Hi, good afternoon. My name's Simon Hayter and welcome to another one of my online tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at blocking websites and adverts using the firmware from DD-WRT firmware. Really straightforward. Let's waste no time and let's jump straight in. So as you can see, I've logged into the router. Now I have made the fonts bigger purely for the video to make it easier for you to follow. So I'm on the first page, which is set up basic. Now the reason I'm on this page is you need to take a note what IP range your clients are connected to, and I'll show you reasons why later on. So the first thing you want to do is scroll down to network address server settings DCHP, and you need to know exactly what your clients are going to be using. So in this case I can see that the start address is 2 and the end address, the maximum clients is 49, so that's actually going to be between 2 and 50. So take a note of that. So the next thing to do is to block the website. So scroll to the top, click access restrictions. I've actually got my own profile here, but I'll just scroll down and copy that one. I'll show you why in a minute. So let's start a new profile. So let's do it on free. So let's name it block website and ads. Edit list of clients. This is very important. This is why basically I wanted you to take a note of your IP range on the DCHP on the front page. Now you can specify, for example, say you've got a daughter or a son and they're quite young and you just want to block adverts or potential porn networks or anything like that. You can actually specify their IP address in here, so your own computer is not affected by these rules. We're not going to do that. We're going to block it as a whole. So what I'm going to do is type in the network range 192.168.1, and the start address was 2, and 192.168.1, and the end address was 50. So we're going to click save there, close that down, and basically that tells DD-WRT that these are the clients. In my case it's all of the clients, but as I said, you can use your select the machines you want. You can also filter, you can reject days, so if you didn't want them using on Saturday or Sunday, or if their bedtime is at 10 o'clock, you can actually specify only to allow the internet between 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night, for example. And you can block P2P clients such as torrents. We're not going to do that in this video. You can also, before we jump in, by blocking URL, you can also block the keywords. So for example, I could put sex there, and if they were to Google sex or go to a website like sex.com, it would filter the keyword out from the URL. So it's very useful, but obviously it can block undesirably as well if you use the keywords. Just in case, if sex for whatever reason legitimately is displayed in the URL and it's not necessarily about sex, it will block that page as well. But let's not go too deep into that. Let's talk, what I want to talk about is blocking websites and potential ad networks. So in here I copied and pasted earlier. Google syndication.com is actually the AdWords or AdSense network. So if you wanted to block adverts on a website or all websites, you can actually just find out what domain these ads are served on. So in this case, I'm going to block the AdWords or AdSense adverts, and I'm also going to block let's block example.com. Now you notice I haven't put www.example.com. What this means is it blocks the whole domain. So if like details.example.com would be unaccessible. If for example let's look at Blogspot. So you could have blogspot.com, but you don't want to deny access to the whole network. You just want to block a particular website on the Blogspot network. Say for example, let's put teens.blogspot.com. So what that will do is it won't block the whole domain. It will just block the subdomain teens.blogspot.com. All you do, make sure it's enabled. So scroll up to the top on status, enable. Make sure you've got a policy name. It's vital that you edit the list of clients, otherwise it will not work. Double check that you've got all the domains. Click save. Click apply. And that is basically it. Now you will have to wait. Now my router is a D-Link 615. It's not particularly amazingly fast, but it's not slow either. But it does take between a minute to 5 minutes to kick those rules in. So don't immediately go to your browser and think that's not working like I did. Give it a few minutes, and if it doesn't work, then come back. Make sure you've got the edit list of clients correct, and then it should work. I hope that's helped. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.